We're back. 7 o'clock. So tonight I've got some 4130 Chromoly parts that I'm running for a little performance shop. A good buddy of mine, Matt Goen, reached out to me about welding some of these up. What they are, they're a 4-link suspension mount. I'll get up on the up close cam, show you guys these parts. Oh, wrong camera. So it's a 4130 bung, little 5-hole bung, and it fits into these plates nice and flush. We're actually welding this side though. Just welding them up. So now he sent me 292 of these. Nick, these are 4130 Chromoly. But sent me 292 of these. I've been doing them the last, this will be the second day. So about 2.5 days now. I'm on the final, you can see the stack here, about the final 39 of them. And they've been a really good learning experience for me. Starting out, trying to bid them, talking to Matt. They were, he said they were taking them between like 5 and 6 minutes a piece, which the first probably 50 of them, I was probably north of 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes each. And that's wiping them down, clamping them down to the table, welding them up, about 8 to 10 minutes. These last couple, I'd say the last 150, I've been down about 3 minutes, 4 minutes a piece. So, it just kind of shows like once you run something enough, you'll start cutting your times down. So that's where it can be kind of hard to bid stuff like this because the first 50 or 100 are going to take you a little bit longer, but you'll make up for it on the back end. So I bid these kind of right in the middle where I thought, okay, maybe halfway through the run, I'd start catching up on time. I'd kind of be where I wanted to be at the end. And with 300 parts, some people say you could and, you should or shouldn't, but I like to cut people a little bit of a break if they're sending me this many parts, just because, I can make, let's be honest with you guys, I can make $2 or $3 grand in, 2 days on a run like this. So, you take something like that into consideration, cutting people a little bit of a break that are sending you a large order of stuff really goes a long way. So, man, you guys are already blowing me up. James, good to see you, man. Hey, Derek, Nick. Mountain's good to see you too. Like to hear it, James. So anyway, just to go over how I started doing these, I was clamping them down to the table, basically just like this, clamping to the table, which was fine for about 25 or 30 parts. And then my table started getting overheated. And so I was having to move over here. And then pretty soon this whole area, after maybe 50 parts was so hot, I didn't have a cool place without moving the other side of the table. So I've had these chill blocks. I had these chill blocks laying around for an older project where I was welding some like 20 gauge, just mild steel. And I was putting these up into a outside corner to help me keep that corner together. So I thought maybe I'd pull these out and see if I could use them as a heat sink. And I pulled one out and ran, 10, 15 parts. It worked great, but then the block started to overheat. So I had to pull out my second block. And I'll kind of show you guys. I'll run a couple of these. You can actually see the weld change in the heat input, like the heat signature, the heat affected zone on the part change as you get 3-4 parts deep. And if I switch blocks, you can see that heat affected zone pull right back, even though I'm using the same amperage, same amount of filler rod. So it is something to consider if you're doing a large run of parts, even if you have a table. I mean, my table's 4x8. And even having a big table like that, you can start to overheat the table and start putting heat into small parts like these. And a small part like this, it doesn't take much to get this whole thing super hot. And especially when you're dealing with like chromoly or stainless, really, you know, keeping the heat out of the part is usually your main concern. Whereas aluminum, a lot of times, you know, aluminum dissipate heat so quickly that having enough heat is your main issue. Let me get some guys caught up. Nick, excuse me, guys. Nick, these are a 5-position 4-link adjustable mount. Each kit has 4 of these plates. There's a through-hole piece and then a threaded piece, and then they sit in another part, like a box that these get welded to, and then you weld them up into the rear of the car for an adjustable 4-link mount. So now that we got a lot of people in here already. Let me get a drink, and then we'll get started on some of these. So I'm going to switch over. So I'm running an Edge 12 with 3/32 tungsten. And I don't even know if the camera can pick this up, but I'm running 035 filler rod. This is ER70. Typically, I like to run ER80 on Chromoly. I just think it flows in a little bit better than ER70, but local weld shop, they only had a ER70 and 035, so that's what I'm running. Perfectly acceptable for 4130 though. So I'll kind of show you guys how I have these blocked up. So I'll just clamp it directly to my chill block, just like that. And with this Edge welding cups number 12, I'm running. Oh, I got to turn my gas on. I was trying to save gas while I was getting dinner. So I'm running right at 30 CFH on this number 12 cup. All right, so we'll see. I've got to get super close to these just because I'm running such little amperage. I'll see if we can get an arc shot cam. Probably not going to work super well just because my hand's probably going to be in the way for most of it.